Hi everyone. There seems to be three major mistakes that people make prior to moving to Florida. And I just wanted to share this with everyone today because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that so many other people do. Florida is not for everyone. It's a beautiful state. There's a lot of pros to it. But what I am finding is that about 40% of people that move to Florida end up leaving Florida. And with the cost and time and expense, everything that goes into making a move, I want to make sure that you're prepared before you decide to make this big move. So stick around because today I'm talking about the three biggest mistakes people make before moving to Florida. Hi everyone, I am Lisa McBride with Keller Williams Realty Select in Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're diving into the three mistakes that a lot of people make prior to moving to Florida. The first one is the cost. Now, most people think you're gonna save a lot of money moving to Florida because there's no state income tax. However, we don't have state income tax, but the cost of living has risen incrementally in just a few years. I have been here almost 5 years and I can see a big difference in that time. Also, I don't know that I've done all the research that I needed to do before moving, especially regarding the cost of living here. The housing market is hot, and with more people moving in, we're not seeing that decrease. Florida and Sarasota in general are just growing exponentially. With that growth is going to come the increased cost because we have the demand. It's not going to slow down, and until something slows down, I don't see our prices going down too much. The average price of a home, whether you're renting or owning, has increased substantially over the past 12 months. For instance, home prices have increased over 30% and rent prices are up almost the same amount. I've seen rentals that were once $2,000 now going for almost $4,000 a month because the demand is so high for annual rentals. So it is hard to find a rental. I'm just going to caution you. I hear people talk about it all the time. I get asked about it all the time. Currently, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment is over $1,500. And single family homes, they're renting in the $25,000 to $3,000 a month. If you're looking for a condo close to downtown, it's going to be close to $4,000 to $5,000. It's amazing what I've seen these apartment complexes, how they've almost doubled their prices because the demand is so high. So before moving and thinking, oh, this is going to be affordable, please know what the housing costs are. But not just housing costs, the cost of insurance, car insurance, and homeowners insurance. Remember, Florida is full of tourists, and they're tourists year-round. And with that brings a lot of people to the area that may or may not know what road to take or which way to turn. We also have a lot of teenagers and people aging, and so that is just bringing a lot of traffic to the roadways and a lot of accidents. So our insurance is definitely a little higher here in the state of Florida, as well as homeowner insurance. Our homeowner insurance has increased over 15% year over year in the last decade. It is some of the highest in the nation, and again, that is something that's probably not going to go down anytime soon. But along with all of these, we still have the high cost of food, of entertainment, utilities, and so much more. So be prepared when you move to Florida. Make sure you know what the cost of a home is going to be. You know, you may be used to paying a certain amount, $2,000 for the same amount of money. You're not going to get nearly the amount of homes. So just be prepared on the cost. And I do recommend that you speak to your accountant or your financial planner before moving to Florida. The next mistake most people make is that they're not really prepared for the weather. Yes, I understand we all want to get out of the cold and the snow and the slush, and I agree with that. I do not like cold weather at all. However, I have a lot of people that call and tell me they just can't handle the heat and humidity. As much as they like it in the winter months, it gets to be too much when it comes to August and September. It just gets old, it gets stifling, and it's not fun to be around. So a lot of people have started moving, which they call now like halfback, which is to South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, so they have a little bit more change in temperature. The weather, as much as we like to think it's perfect, is not always perfect. And there's many people that have decided hurricanes or threats of hurricanes is just not for them either. Once you've been in the path of a hurricane, you totally understand, and for some people, it's just too much to deal with. So between the heat, humidity, and hurricanes, weather is a big thing to keep in mind and a mistake most people don't take into consideration. The final mistake people make before moving to Florida is not being prepared for the lifestyle of Florida. The lifestyle of Florida is definitely a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed. And again, we have a lot of snowbirds, we have a lot of retirees, we have people of all ages here, but the lifestyle is definitely low key. We don't have everyone running to work in the morning. We don't have, things just going on the weekends. We really cater to a lot of daytime events and activities, and it's just a very different lifestyle. Specifically, if you have a family, I want to point out, I hear this a lot where people move into neighborhoods and they're hoping to move with other families and close to schools. Well, there's definitely a possibility. However, I've heard people ask about, where are all the kids? Why aren't there people riding their bikes and out running around? Well, I'm going to kind of refer back to the weather comment. It's hot out, and a lot of times children aren't just running around. They're in their homes playing, or they're playing in their pools in the backyard, or they're in the middle of a lot of planned activities. So it is a little harder to find communities that might just be filled with children. Maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of wonderful schools, but every neighborhood will have a plethora of empty nesters, a few snowbirds, a few rentals or short-term rentals and Airbnbs. There's just more diversity in the neighborhoods, and so you may not feel like you're just in a neighborhood with, all your friends and you're gathering at the end of the street and, walking around and having just socialization in your neighborhood. So I think it's something that you need to be prepared for, because it definitely is different. Now, don't get me wrong, we have beautiful neighborhoods, really, really friendly people, but the diversity in a neighborhood is probably a little bit more than you may be used to where you come from. All of these things are major factors in making a move to Florida. And I think it's really important to be prepared for these and not make the mistakes that other people do. As I said, I'm not dissuading anyone from moving to Florida. I love it. It's beautiful. There are so many pros. There's a few cons, but I wanted you to be prepared. Do you have questions about Florida, about moving to Florida, about neighborhoods, anything that I can do to help? I'm here for you. Please reach out. Let me know. I do appreciate you calling. I want to help, and I just wanted you to be prepared, because moving is a lot of work and a big financial obligation. And so if I can help somebody make that choice, then that's why I keep putting out more and more videos. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know how I can be of help. Until next time, take care.